What's up, core crew, and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Courtney, Jinean, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my top 5 wigs of 2024. Now, we'll preface this by saying I split up my top wigs of 2024 into 2 parts. I like to do it kind of halfway through the year, and then this is like the remainder wigs that I tried after that video to now. What are my top 5? So if you haven't seen that first part, I will have it like up in the cards above as well as linked in the description box, and maybe if I remember I will pin it in my comment because I think that I tried so many great units this year, so many different color blends. If I don't have it out already, I will have a video ranking the color blends that I tried in 2024 for you guys too, but I tried a lot of great units. So this list was kind of hard to make, but the fact that I split this kind of ranking in 2 parts definitely helped me a lot because trying to make a list for the whole year was a little bit too hot for me, I can't lie. So yeah, I wanted to preface that by saying, because you might be like, why didn't you put this on this? Check the first part before you come for me, okay? Before we jump into today's video, if this is your first time seeing me here on the YT, hey girl, hey, my name is Courtney Jinean. I do all things hair on this channel. I do have a lifestyle channel called Keeping It With Courtney. I recently dropped a Sephora haul over there, y'all. So if you're interested in seeing more content from me that's like more lifestyle, like beauty, vlogs, hauls, cooking videos, makeup videos, that type of vibe, then definitely go over there and subscribe to my lifestyle channel and join the core crew family over there. And with that, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. For this list, I don't think it's in any particular order. Like, I always like to have that disclaimer in my top 5 because sometimes I do have a reasoning for when I'm presenting my top 5 list, and I have a reason for why something's at number 5 versus number 1. But this list, the units were too good. The units were too good to have something be at number 5, okay? So we're just ranking them based off of how I put them in my notes app, but there is not a clear ranking. Like, I love all of these units probably equally, and I'll kind of talk about a little bit about what I liked about it versus what I didn't, and I will have all of the full reviews linked in the description box. So if you want to hear more about a unit, you can definitely check out the full review. Okay, so the first unit is Freetress Maven. Now, I was super excited to try this unit because if you know me, you know that I love Freetress Bombshell, and it's safe to say that out of the 2, I definitely prefer Freetress Maven a little bit more for a couple of reasons. I did review this unit in a number 1, I believe, a very dark color for me, and it's so interesting because usually I have been someone who's particularly reviewed units in like 1B. Very rarely did I try color, but this year I really tried to branch out and try different color blends. So going back to this number 1 was so weird. Like, I felt like it looked good, but I was like, whoa, this is so different. But some of my favorite things about Freetress Maven is the fact that it comes with curtain bangs. The bangs are really nice, you guys. Bombshell had set this standard that I wasn't sure if Freetress could live up to in future units, and they said they can do it again. If they did it before, they can do it again, and they knocked this unit out of the park. I felt like Bombshell was a little too long, so Freetress is the perfect length for me. It's a very silky unit, so if you like more of a yucky texture, I will probably stay away, and hopefully Freetress releases another version that's more of like a kinky texture, has a little bit of yuckiness to it. This unit was definitely one of my faves. I love the length, I love the pre-style bangs. I feel like out of the different units I've tried, I think that Freetress definitely has the bangs down pat. Like, no matter if I tried Bombshell or if I tried Maven or if I tried a different color, the bangs are always perfect. They're a curtain bang, so they're not supposed to be a full bang. So if you want a full bang, you'll have to cut it yourself. But if you're looking to wear it like a curtain bang, you're good to go straight out of the pack. And I also think that this unit is perfect for beginners because you don't have to cut any lace. The bangs are already cut, so that's why this unit made the list. It's one that I definitely could see myself repurchasing. I feel like every single unit a part of this list, I would repurchase again and again. Okay, the next unit is Outre Avara. Now, this is a part of the Melted Hairline collection. You'll notice that a lot of these units are from the Melted Hairline collection because that is personally one of my favorite collections from Outre, period. I always attribute my reasoning for wanting to get back into synthetic wigs or even try out synthetic wigs, because I used to be a strictly human hair girl, y'all, which sounds so crazy to say because I don't think I could ever see myself just being a strictly human hair person again, because the synthetic wigs are literally, they just seem so much better in my opinion. Like, they come pre-styled, pre-curled, pre-colored, pre-plugged, so I absolutely love that. And Avara I really liked. I think the color was stunning. It is a style that I typically like. I love very big hair, glam. It's a middle part. The only thing about this unit, which I would say is like maybe a con, is that I could see this unit tangling, shedding bad. And I think that kind of comes with these like big hair units and ones that are more curly and more of a silky texture. You'll probably run into that a little bit more, but that's probably why it's a little bit lower on my list subconsciously, because of the fact that I did experience some shedding and tangling with this unit. And I definitely think the more you wear this unit would shed more and tangle more. Now, this unit for me is not an everyday unit. This is more like a special occasion, like you want to give a certain look for a certain event, birthday, that type of vibe. It isn't giving me everyday wear. I do have some units on this list that give me everyday wear, but this one is not that. This is more like glam, special occasion type vibe. Now the next one is Outre Shelby. Now this is also a part of the multi hairline. This is pretty much me in a unit. Like, if you know me, you know that for the longest time I used to strictly do side part unit. Even if it wasn't a side part, if it was a middle part, I would be shifting it and installing it. And that was because I literally, and it's so funny now because even Outre is coming out with a widow's peak kind of true frontal line. And I think that's so, it's just like so full circle for me personally, because I remember when I first started wearing wigs, I just would not want a middle part because I didn't feel comfortable with drawing attention to my widow's peak at all. And so I would always like do a side part because I wanted to kind of draw less attention to it. So every time that I try a side part unit, it feels like home. It feels like home. And Shelby was just a gorgeous unit. I liked it for a couple of reasons. I really liked the style overall. Like I mentioned, I love side parts. I really like the texture on this unit. The overall style, the fact that it was a side part, plus it had curls, that's just me in a nutshell. If you know, you know. My all-time favorite, or one of my all-time favorite synthetic wig, is Outre Divine. So Shelby was kind of similar in that aspect. And I also tried it in a color that I absolutely love, which is ginger brown, a color that I feel like looks good on me. I love this color. I feel like it looks good on so many other people. And it's a very classic color. It's one where, like, if you're someone who is not a huge fan of color, you could still, I feel like you could still vibe with ginger brown. So this unit is one that I could see being a special occasion wig. I could also see it for daily wear. Probably not as much as the next one that I'm going to talk about, but I really loved Shelby, and I think that she is definitely one of my favorite units that I tried this year. Okay, the next unit is Outre Kass. Now, Kass, y'all, and the thing that gets me about this unit is that I think both Shelby and Kass, even maybe Avara, I think I really liked off the stock card, but I feel like Kass and Shelby off the stock card, you might feel like they are passable, which I think it's like a blessing and a curse, because I feel like if you're shopping online and you're seeing the stock card, you might scroll past both Kass and Shelby. After seeing it in person, trying it for myself, I really think that both of these units are freaking gorgeous. Kass, for me, what I loved about it was the layers. I feel like units do not be having that many layers anymore. What happened to layers? Like, layers makes a unit, in my opinion, because it's something that takes immense skill to be able to cut layers. And I think that the fact that synthetic wigs come pre-styled is amazing, and we need layers because we don't want to do it at home. So Kass has some amazing layers. I also really love the texture on this one. This one is one that you can tell it has some dimension to it and has some yucky, some kinkiness to it. So that's why I really love this unit. And of course, we can't talk about Kass without talking about the color, okay? I reviewed this unit in 99J, which is a classic color, one that we all know and love, but one that we don't really see offered a lot of times. So when I tried this unit, I really fell in love with 99J all over again. And I feel like it's one color that maybe we was on to something when it was like a standard color back in the day. I think that it should be a standard color. I feel like it should be 1, 1B, 2, 99J, and then maybe a 4 or a natural brown color for all units, because this unit was chef's kiss. This is also one that I could see being worn for daily wear because it didn't really shed that much, it didn't really tangle that much. It has the yakiness, and I feel like yaki units all together, for the most part, they don't shed and tangle as much as like silky units. So really love Cass. think it's one that everyone will love. It's a classic style, so you can definitely wear it to work, or you can dress it up too in terms of like wanting to do an updo or things like that. Like, you can really have fun with Cass. So absolutely love that unit, and that is one that I would definitely repurchase as well. Last but not least is Outre Jalen. Now, this is one of the most recent units that I tried in 2024, and when I tell you I saved the best for last, unknowingly I saved the best for last. This unit was amazing, you guys. I talked about layers and how important they are to me, and Jalen had so many beautiful layers. The texture on this unit was fire. The color blend, you might look at it and be like, okay, you might either love it or you might be like, couldn't see it for every day. It probably isn't for every day, but get this unit in a natural color. I know I am planning to pick up a natural color as well as the honey frost color because it looked freaking stunning on the stock card. But I really love this unit. I feel like the perfect hairline, this is the only unit on this list that's a part of the perfect hairline, and what I love about that line is that you're able to style it any way you want because you have a 13x6 or a 13x4 frontal. That unit is one that I could see people wear for every day just because of the fact that it's a gorgeous unit. It has layers. It might be a little bit too long for every day for some folks, but I think it looks super duper pretty. I absolutely love that unit on me. Thought the lace melted beautifully, and I can say that for all of the units that I talked about today. But Outre Jalen was just different, and I think it was because even though the stock card was stunning, I just wasn't like, sometimes it's like a double-edged sword. For units like Cass, you aren't as excited for the unit because the stock card maybe isn't giving as much as the unit in person. So when you get it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is a gorgeous unit, and it kind of exceeds your expectations. But sometimes when a stock card like Jalen is so pretty, you're like, will it give that in person? And it really did. So I feel like that is something that I have to commend, because sometimes when you see a unit, the stock card be giving down, you put it on, you like, now what the heck did they do to this unit before they took the stock card picture? Because it was not straight out the back. But Jalen, gorgeous. And I've seen so many reviews of Jalen, and overall everyone loves the unit as well. So it's definitely one of my top units for 2024. But that wraps up my list of the best units of 2024 for the last half of 2024. If you have not seen my first part, y'all, definitely check in, tap in, so you can see other units that made the top of my list, because like I said, I tried so many fire units this year. Like, what was in the water? Because I know that on this list I only had a Freetress and Outre, but on the first list I definitely had a lot more like sensational units, because y'all know the Kinky Edges was one of my favorite collections from Sensational this year. So I talked about that. So make sure to watch the first part. I'll have it up in the cards, in the description box, and in my pinned comment. But yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, join the Core Crew family down below, and join my Core Crew family over on my lifestyle channel as well. And yeah, y'all, let me know in the comments what your favorite unit of 2024 is, or what collection was your favorite. Let's chat down below, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, guys.